Hello guys, Skypoint here. Now sorry it's been so long since I last put out a video, but shortly after my attempts to stream the new Warlord for the Wordbearers, Zardulayak, failed. Shortly after that I discovered the Steam Winter Sale, and then Steam took my money and my time and gave me games instead, so I was playing away happily rather than throwing out videos. However, one thing which did happen was the last couple of legendary cards for the Orphans of War that I was missing showed up in the store. And they turned out to be the missing link which allowed my Ulrach Branthan deck to actually start working. So if you might recall, I threw out a video a couple weeks ago of me opening crates until I got Ulrach Branthan, and then there's sort of been silence since then. What I've discovered is he really needs a lot of legendary cards in order to work, and I was missing Oath of Vengeance and Barabast Antioch, both of who have been in the store over the last 2 weeks, and so I now have a complete Orphans of War set. So without further ado, let's talk about today's video, where I'm going to be showing my deck for Ulrach Branthan and a couple of battles around 4000 ranking, showing him in action. Alright, so first of all, unlike many of my other decks, I'm actually not going to talk about what you can substitute instead of the legendary cards, and that's just because I found this deck was really struggling hard without even 2 of the legendary cards, let alone more of them. So my conclusion on Ulrach Branthan is that he needs a ton of the legendary cards in order to work. Alright, with that out of the way, let's take a look at the cards. First of all, even before we do that, look at the energy curve down here at the bottom right. That's sort of a little bit of a funky looking one. Part of the reason for this is sometimes with Ulrach Branthan you'll be playing a bunch of stuff on curve, and other times you're just going to be playing a few cards and then using his ability or active abilities from your units in order to use up your energy. So it looks weird, but it actually works pretty well in my opinion. Okay, let's run through the cards from cheapest to most expensive. We've got an Ambassador Melgator because he's one of those staples, he's always useful, so we throw him in there. An pair of Ashen Claws to do card draw, finish off damaged enemies, as well as, well, it was mostly card draw really. Oros Lidric, I like this guy. He's got a terrible attack stat, but you're never going to attack with him unless you're truly desperate. You really want his relentless ability, just chipping away at any enemies who throw troops out. And Abandoned Supplies to try and cycle through my deck faster and get some cheaper stuff quickly. Garuda, I've come to rely on this card much more than I thought I would. It actually has a lot of great synergy. You can either use it in a pinch to slow down a very aggressive warlord, or it's absolutely lethal when paired with Moritas Cyrus, so I'll talk about in a bit. Apothecary Norn, because they can be immensely irritating for your enemies. A pair of Pi Alpha 52s, mostly to unstun your warlord, as well as the fact that they have great synergy with Apothecary Norn, because you can drop a Pi Alpha 52 and pull it back into your hand with Norn. Informant Network for a little bit of anti-stealth. Ekra Trez is a key card over here. The combination of Ekra Trez and Ulrich can be devastating to an enemy who doesn't have a lot of anti-stealth ability. Veteran Kirhane is great for killing troops and has great synergy with Apothecary Norn as well, because you can repeatedly trigger his rally ability. Bran Nev has a great ability in his own right, but he also will give you a free card, so that's cool. Third Covenant. Now, I wasn't originally a great fan of these guys until I realized that for 5 energy, you can put these guys in play and give them an extra point of health, which actually becomes very useful. Wrought by War is area damage and anti-stealth. Same with Rain of Fire, although if you read its text, deal 1 damage to all enemies twice. It has fantastic synergy with Moritas Cyrus, which gives an enemy sentence 2 for a mere 1 energy. Sergeant Korak, I used to have a pair of these, and he was one of the ones who gave way for, I think, Barabast Antioch, and he's absolutely worth it. Great, Barabast Antioch is great, so no qualms about dropping with Sergeant Korak. He's a pretty flexible unit because of how he heals up at the end of your own turn. I talked about the pair of Moritas Cyruses. These guys are amazing. Oath of Vengeance. I thought Ulrach Branthan would not need this, but what I discovered is putting Oath of Vengeance into your deck gives you a lot more options about what you can do with your Warlord, and it's become key to a bunch of my wins. Cadmus Tyro, an amazing legendary. If he only had Ward, he would be unstoppable, but that's probably a good thing for balance sake that he doesn't have Ward. You'll hopefully try to bait out your enemy's heavy removal before you put Cadmus Tyro in play, but if not, enemy removal gets used up on him, and then the enemy cannot stop Autek Moore, who will appear with a drop pod, start generating Iron Hands with drop pods, and who, if in a pinch, can be bounced back into your hand with Apothecary Norn and put back in play. And lastly, where's it gone here? Barabbas Dantiok, there we go, there's the man himself. A fantastic stats for 9 energy, average attack, average health, but Survivor 3. But what you really want him for is the fact that he's guaranteed to give you at least 1 barricade, plus 1 more for every turn you can keep him alive without being jammed. Alright, so that's the deck. Now let's go ahead and take a look at this deck in action. The first fight we're going to see here is one of my favorites. It's against Fulgrim, and this guy was pretty good as Fulgrim. He managed to trigger his demon early, as well as trigger both apotheoses, and he still lost. Let's see how this one went down. This is actually a pretty good starting hand, so I took it. And here we go. Alright. So he is activating his Fulgrim ability to draw a card. That's fine, I expected that. So let's go ahead and start trying to deal with the units which he's going to put down first, with Horus Heresy basically trying to damage enemy troops. But Fulgrim is just drawing cards. I sort of did not expect that. Most Fulgrim players start playing units in their second turn, or if not the second turn, definitely the third turn. Now this one threw me off completely. Look at the size of that hand he's building up. Meanwhile, Horus Heresy's not doing anything. So I'm just buffing up his health. I want him to burn one of his hard removal cards on Horus Heresy down there. Oh, now he's got a huge hand and he's using For the Emperor to make it cheaper. Oh, and another For the Emperor to make them even cheaper. So now he has a big hand of super cheap cards, like that guy who he just played for free. Alright. So that guy's dead at least. Let's go ahead and start trying to get my strategy in place. Put down Moritas Cyrus to begin the process of applying pressure. Also, as high level enemy units come into play. Oh, there we go. There's a hard removal gone. As high level enemy units come into play, his ability has great synergy with Veteran Kirhane for removing them. No enemy troops coming, so let's start setting up the Apothecary Norn Veteran Kirhane combo. Now his hand's actually so full he's discarding cards. So there's his area clearance, but it failed. So he's going ahead and beginning to headbutt me now. Oh, look at that. Perfection. And huge heal. He's back up to 40 health. That was a good play by him. Alright. Let's go ahead and drop Pi Alpha because I think I need the heals myself now. And let's buff everyone's health. We'll use Apothecary Norn to pop him back into my hand. And this is a little bit stupid, but actually I guess it made sense. I just wanted to make sure another artillery strike would not finish off my dude over here, Moritas Cyrus. So bye-bye to my first healer over there. But it's not a big deal. Oh, I was not expecting that one. Healing. Alright. But it only healed him, so he's back up to 40 health. Oh, that's what he was after. Huge unbreakable focus over there. Fortunately for me, I have plans. So let's give him Sentence 2 and drop Veteran Kirhane, who'll give him 1 more point of sentence and a point of damage, which kills him. And heal everyone's health right back up. Alright. So they're immune to being wiped out by artillery strike now. They've got more than 4 health. Oh, look at him. A big boy. Alright. What are we going to do here? Let's give him Sentenced. Drop Informant Network, because Emperor's Children usually don't use that many dangerous stealth units. We went ahead and attacked with Veteran Kirhane, a direct face attack, because with 5 health, Rylanor couldn't kill him. And now we can just use Ashen Claw to finish off Rylanor and draw a card for myself. There we go. Ooh, it's a Garuda, nice. Let's drop Horus Heresy and give everyone some more health. Alright. Oh, there's a big tank. It didn't trigger perfection on it, so it didn't take damage, but it's a big body on the board. And what else is coming? Andronius. Okay, so he's doing some more damage to him. And what else is coming? Oh, it's a discounted... what's his name? Eidolon. Right, Eidolon, yeah. So now I'm currently sitting there stunned, and this isn't looking great for me. So, priority number 1, gotta get rid of Eidolon, or at least slow him down as much as I can. So with Garuda, I can stun him and make sure he doesn't attack me next turn. And let's pull out an Abandoned Supplies, see what I get. Yeah, a Melgator. Okay, let's bring in Veteran Kirhane to damage down that tank a bit more. And throw, what's his name again to him? Horus Heresy, and bounce him back into my hand with a Fox Norn. Alright. Oh, now he's bringing his stealth guy in. And he uses Concentrated Fire to buff himself. I could use Wrought by War to kill him next turn. Nope. Unbreakable Focus. And now he's got too much health to be killed by Wrought by War. Alright, let's give him Sentenced. Attack Fulgrim face to face. Bounce Veteran Kirhane back to my hand, where I can then play him again out of my hand and use him to finish off Eidolon. Lastly, drop Horus Heresy and give everyone more health. Unfortunately, Fulgrim's probably going to be able to heal for 2 turns off of Ekra before I can kill him with Wrought by War. So my priority now is going to try to be to make sure that my people survive long enough for me to trigger Wrought by War. Okay, normally Proud of the Emperor worries me a lot, but with my Survivor 5 and being able to turn into a Dreadnought after that, I have a little bit of breathing room, so I'm not going to get too freaked out. Okay, Ekra actually down to 2 health, meaning he can be killed with Wrought by War this turn. And all my guys have been buffed to such high levels of health that Wrought by War doesn't kill them. So he's continuing to headbutt me. What's he got up his sleeve? Oh, there we go. He is turning into his demon form. He probably should have turned into a demon form and then attack. Oh no, he wanted to get up to 40 health. Got it. Okay. Alright, this is not fun. He's going to be healing like crazy from now on. So let's get ready to deal with this. And bounce Veteran Kirhane back to my hand. Alrighty, let's see what Fulgrim pulls out now. So good news is, his energy ability does cost 2 energy every turn, so if he keeps using it, he only gets 8 energy a turn to play with, whereas I'll be using 9 energy a turn, because my energy ability only costs 1. Okay, there's a stun. That's actually a good move by him, he's stunning my most powerful unit. So what we're going to do here is, you'll notice again, all his guys are pretty low health. So let's use my heal and give him Sentence and drop a Wrought by War on top of him. There we go, that worked out pretty nicely. Okay, cleared his board and did a ton of damage. And let's bring in one of my drop-potted Iron Warriors now. Iron Hands, rather. Iron Hands. Okay, drew a card. Draws another Abandoned Supplies. He's pulling out more discounted cards. He sucks the health out of Ironfather. And he's stunning Ironfather. Okay. I'll take more. Oh, nice. Got a Captain Vargas. That's what I needed right here. Drop Captain Vargas and his drop pod. Give everyone some bonus health. And let's see if Autek Moore can survive another turn. Hopefully he'll make it. There's the health getting sucked out of him by Fulgrim. Oh, bye-bye. To be honest, my hand was getting pretty full, so it's probably for the best that he died. Another Pride of the Emperor walking me down. Alright, there we go. How many cards were left in his deck? Okay, 8. 1 in 8 chance that he drew Pride of the Emperor. Or maybe 1 in 9 chance. Alright, so let's go ahead and give him Sentence. Now we're going to hit him with Rain of Fire, which is going to do 6 points of damage to him. Alright. Next we're going to hit him with that Iron Hand, who's going to do 6 points of damage. Hit him with Captain Vargas, who's going to do 8 points of damage. Drop Third Covenant, and that's it. So he decides to take the Third Covenant off the field immediately. I was up to 18 health. Tactical Brilliance goes in play. What's he going to pull out of his hand? Apotheosis. Alright, there we are. So he's up to 28 health and 4 attack. Alright. Let's bring in Barabbas Dantioch. So that's going to protect me against direct attack with taking 4 points of damage. Because Dantioch throws out a barricade. But he's hunting through his deck for something, obviously. When you've got full energy and you play Asteroid Belt. Okay, it's probably Pride of the Emperor. Must be what he's pulling. And he kills him. Alright. Bye-bye. And bye-bye to the barricade. That doesn't matter. Dantioch will keep making barricades. Aha! Perfect. A stun card. That's what I need against Fulgrim right now. So let's go ahead and stun him. See how he enjoys. Oh, I should have sentenced him first. That was a huge mistake there. Hopefully it won't cost me. Well, we know it doesn't cost me. I know I want this one. There's Brandnev. And give everyone bonus health. We're getting close to the end game, so Apothecary Norn now pops out of hiding. And we get another barricade.
Let none escape utter destruction.
Fulgrim knows it's got to be on. Oh no, it's another Apotheosis. He's up to 18 health. But that's just a bandage. He will die now. I've got more than enough to kill him, and he knows it. There we go. Alright, so that was a nice little fun game against Fulgrim, who turned into a demon and double Apotheosis. I think that must have been at least 28 points of healing from there, plus a couple of disciplines. I think he healed more than well over 30 points, and yet I beat him pretty comfortably with Ulrach Branthan. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at the next match. This one was a matchup which is always fun against Alpharius. Now this is pretty much the perfect opening hand for Ulrach Branthan. Abandoned Supplies for turn 1, Ekra in turn 2. You can then spend a couple of turns buffing Ekra health to make him immune to area damage, and then start using his health boosting, and in return giving him health back. Anyhow, let's go ahead and accept this most perfect of all hands. Alright, so looking good. Against Alpha Legion, you need to be a little bit careful with Ashen Claw. That's just a watch out. Ooh, nice cheap Moritat Cyrus. Even better. Okay, Secret Identity with all Alpharius, it seems.
True victory.
So, up to 38 health, he's got a... it's the same health as me once you take into account Survivor. 2 Garudas already. Okay, let's drop the Moritas Cyrus down so I can start giving him some sentence damage. Wrought by War. He can use that to do area damage to all my guys. I need to watch out for that. So what we're gonna do here is drop Ekra Trez and give everyone bonus health. So now everyone's immune to a single Wrought by War. Step 1 of surviving. There's a Void Engagement. And that was a unit, but it doesn't matter, he's gonna stun me now. Okay, coming up to a 5 energy turn. Let's go ahead and give him Sentence and hit him with Garuda. So that cuts him down to 28 health and has him stunned, so he's not forcing an extra card draw on me now. But he is just going to stun me and stun my Cyrus Mortat. There we go. Alright. Now I'm a bit paranoid about Secret Order, so let's just go ahead and put down another stealth unit to wipe out his board and end the turn. The reason why I didn't use Ekra there is if Ekra goes down to 3 health, I know he has a Wrought by War that he copied from me, and he'll just kill Ekra with that. Okay, Sleeper Operative. A little bit dangerous again when you're facing Alpharius, because Alpharius forces me to draw cards. So what we're going to do here is, first of all, unstun myself. Give everyone some bonus health, and drop Melgator. Oop, 1 second. Heal myself as well. Very important now. And then we're going to drop Melgator and get rid of that Sleeper Operative. Put him back into my hand for now. 7 energy turn.
We are Legion.
Clearly he feels he's made me draw enough cards, or he needs the health. Ghost Legionary. Now that was a little bit poor. That Ghost Legionary is all alone. So what we're going to do here is use the veterans, Kirhane veterans, is that what they're called? Yeah, veteran Kirhane, to get rid of the Ghost Legionary, play around a bit more with my health, give him back his Sleeper Operative, and stun him. There we go. And with the sentencing, that becomes a pretty big ton of damage he's taking now. Even Melgator now does 3 points of damage instead of 1. And there's an Ashen Claw as well. So he goes down to 14 health. And lastly, I can headbutt him as well for a bit more damage too. So he's on 10 health. And there's still 1 more turn till he can play the Harrowing. Perfect. Wrought by War, so he's trying to clear out my board. Pretty good move by him there. But he'll realize soon enough that it's not enough to stop, because I've got a guy who survives in stealth who does 5 damage, and my Warlord will do 2 points of damage.
Let the punishment match the offense.
And there you go, so he quit. He realized what's going to happen. Alright, so that was the second of the wins we're looking at in this video, and let's round this off with the final fight. Alright, so let's take a look here. We have Apothecary Norn and Ashen Claw. Alright, we'll take those. Let's keep going.
We have a mission.
So, that's good. I've got Norn coming up in turn 3 and Veteran Kirhane in turn 4. So that's going to be the Norn Kirhane combo. He pulls out a Mechadendrite, comes back to... oh, Security Axiarch, okay. Survivor troops early on are very annoying to face, because obviously you can't just kill them easily in 1 turn. I mean, I could have done it with Ashen Claw, but I wanted to have some board presence. Alright. Anti-stealth, that's also far from ideal, because I have a lot of stealth in my deck. Optical Mechadendrite, but at least the unit bearing that is about to die. So I took a big hit there, but the unit is gone. Alright, back to me. I'm going to play Ekra Trez and add 1 health to everything on the board. Well, everything of mine anyway. Comes over back to him. And he's revealing that. So I played Ekra and added health because at the time there were no visible targets to use Veteran Kirhane's rally ability on. It has to go on a non-warlord enemy. And similarly right now there's no valid target, so I'm just going to play Oath of Vengeance over here. And attack him and see that extra damage go in. Alright, let's see what he does now. Creates a Mechadendrite. Reveals my other invisible unit, so both of them are now targetable. And he drops a front line. And the Security Axiarch, great. Okay, comes over to my turn. So I'm going to bring in Sergeant Korak and poison the Security Axiarch. And use my Warlord to take down the front line guy. Now I made a horrible mistake, I felt, because I did a very pointless attack over here and hit the already poisoned security Axiarch, which doesn't kill him, and he's still alive for the next turn, even though he's about to die. Alright, look at that. See, if I hadn't attacked, my Apothecary Norn would have actually survived there instead. Alright, at least Ekrotrez made it so far, although obviously that's not going to last, as Ekrotrez takes a big hit. With all these Mechanicum troops dying, Kelborhal's passive ability has been triggering like crazy, and he's been regenerating energy, which allows him to play Sibilance. And he bounces my guy back into my hand. Alright, so what do I do here? Okay, so what we're going to do is drop Veteran Kirhane and hit the Sibilance first. Next, we're going to use Ashen Claw to finish off the Sibilance, there we go, which bounces Veteran Kirhane back into my hand. Alright, and one more action over here. I can just heal myself up. I could have attacked and finished the frontline unit, but with 3 attack over there, I just wasn't feeling it yet. Okay, more frontline, and with a Chaos Mechadendrite, which is... ooh, a Marcus Slaanesh, so he'll be able to attack without taking any damage, because he has sneak attack now. I probably should have attacked that frontline unit and used my Oath of Vengeance to kill it, but oh well. We're going to poison that sneak attack unit and then stun it with Garuda. There we go, that's done. And now I'm going to attack anyway. So I ended up taking a grand total of 6 points of damage from that frontline unit and healing myself for 1, when I could have actually gotten away with taking 3 points only and not healing myself. Uh-oh, so that's not good. Ogrin, Merits Mercs rather, with cards coming in for buffing them. And I don't think he's done yet, because Mechanicum dies, meaning he gets more energy, which means he can play another card. And he's probably... okay, back to my turn. Alright, I've got to kill that thing now, somehow. Here's what we're going to do. Veteran Kirhane to give it sentenced. Next, we're going to attack it, which unfortunately kills my regenerating health guy. But finally, that means Ashen Claw can finish it off. Alright, back in business. And he's pretty much used up all his cards in hand. Here's Apothecary Norn. He'll be able to now do the Kirhane Norn combo trick. Hopefully. Let's see what happens next.
In calamity is a spark for glory.
Death of Innocence. Now we're going to start facing Mark of Chaos spamming, which is totally great for Mechanicum. Apothecary Norn is revealed. He's creating more Mechadendrites. Alright, let's do this. Autek Moor first. Attack with Veteran Kirhane. Bounce Kirhane back to hand, and give everyone some extra health. Let's see what comes up next. We're going to start seeing those Mark of Chaos troops. Here we go. It's a Chaos frontliner with 7 health, but that's a 1 mark you hope your frontline units will never get. He is taking full advantage of the fact that unit's invisible to throw on all the Mechadendrites he can. But I've got Captain Bargus again, so there we go. Bargus hits the field. We can drop a Rain of Fire now to get rid of that invisible killing guy and start throwing out the damage. There we go. Oath of Vengeance for extra damage. And now I may as well attack with Norn, because Rain of Fire plus my Warlord's own attack will kill him. Oh yeah, he's got nothing now, that's it. He had no frontline unit. Only a front line might have arguably saved him, and I think I had enough damage on the field to wipe out almost any frontline unit in the game. There's a whole load of cleave, but it's not going to be enough, because we are just going to rain a fire to wipe out his front line. There we go. And lastly, we can just finish it off. Oh, there we go, he quit. Anyway, so hope you guys enjoyed watching this video and getting a sense of how Ulrach Branthan can play. As I said at the start, unfortunately I believe that he needs a lot of the legendary cards to be successful, so I think if you don't have a fully rounded Orphans of War deck, it's hard to build a strong Ulrach Branthan deck. Anyway, if you do have those cards, try that deck out and let me know what you guys think. I will hopefully be posting up another video or something tomorrow. I need to figure out what exactly it's going to be. So until then, bye for now, guys.